Our first guest was just 21 years old when she landed a co-hosting position alongside Barbara Walters on The View. She was the youngest person in history to hold that position in daytime, and she went on to become a 6-time Emmy nominee. She authored a best-selling cookbook.
These days, she's embracing her Greek heritage with a new travel series in Greece, a Greek skincare line, and a new Greek cookbook called Greekish. My best friend, my best DM'd recipes.
They be sliding into her DMs.
Yep.
Please welcome journalist and lifestyle expert and all-around happy chica, Debbie Matenopoulos.
How are you, beautiful lady?
How's it going?
Gorgeous.
I'm a hugger.
We're huggers
I wanted to
too.
take that dog from you.
You can, there's many.
I'll just put him in my suitcase.
There's many.
Do you have a dog?
I have 2 dogs.
And do they rule the roost?
They rule the roost, and my dogs were like accidental adoptions. I'm a foster fail.
You fostered and kept?
I fostered and failed, and so now they're mine. And the first dog I got was Wyatt, where it was like a, you know how you're in a parking lot and they have all these animals and they kind of talk you into getting it. So I got the dog and they said, well, you know what? I think he's probably a Jack Russell mix.
Oh boy.
The dog kept growing and growing and growing. It's a Great Dane.
I was going to say it's a Great Dane. Yep. Yeah.
You
Slight
have
difference.
They lied.
You have Scooby-Doo.
They lied. They just
Slight
wanted
size
to, you know,
difference.
a little bit.
Oh, wow.
But he had the same markings of a Russell.
Yeah,
Every
right.
puppy is like, oh, it's going to be fine. We had the same thing where we thought they were, nope, completely different dog than we thought it was going to be. You and I, we have a thing.
We do?
I am a colonymus. My last name is colonymus. Yeah.
What's the Elinas?
I had no idea what you said, but yes. Yep.
Even I know that.
Yeah,
No.
colonymus.
When you told me you were colonymus, I thought that was like a doctor. I said,
know.
what kind of doctor is that?
I was glad. Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like a procedure for a dinosaur or
I've
something
had one
like
of those
that.
before as
You've
well.
had a have you had a colonymus yet?
I have had my colonymus, and I'm all clear.
I know. That's why I feel
Everything's
fresh as a
fine.
daisy right now, actually.
Everything's absolutely fine. But I don't embrace my Greek culture at all. But
Why
you are
not?
because I don't embrace anything. I'm just lame and sad.
Well, you should embrace your Greek culture. Come on, that's a disgrace to our people.
I know.
Today you are. I'm cooking for you.
I love it. I
Exactly.
love a good hummus.
That's not Greek.
Believe it, but I was just going to say there's more to
Middle
Greek
Eastern.
food than hummus.
I'm feeling really ganged up on right now, guys.
Well, you should.
I love
We
a good
still love
hummus.
you, though.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Let's get into the business of the business.
Let's.
You were the youngest person on The View, which, by the way, I remember when Barbara Walters put this show together, I was like, wow.
It was
look at
groundbreaking.
this. Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was way ahead of its time, and then everybody copied.
Right. Literally.
They did.
It was The View,
Yep.
the
The
talk,
talk,
the chat, the
the
real,
chew,
Yep.
the
this,
wrong,
the convo.
The boy
men,
view.
there was a men's one.
The men's
what was
view.
the men's one called?
Right.
It
The
was called
dudes.
Women Don't Care.
Exactly.
It was called
It was called
testicles.
Advertisers Will Never Keep This on the Air.
Every day
It was-
of the week.
It was called testicles.
Yeah, something like that.
We both worked on The View. I had nothing but wonderful experiences with Barbara
Yeah.
Walters. What was your
She
experience
was
like?
incredible. I mean, what an amazing experience for me to be so young and to literally be plucked out of nowhere. I was going to NYU and working at MTV, and she personally chose me to sit next to her. It was, again, like probably the best experience of my life to date. I mean, was it tough? Was it scary? Yes, all of that.
things.
But I learned everything I know about journalism from her.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to NYU journalism school, but that was nothing. Sitting
Yep.
next to her, like, she taught me probably the most important thing about doing an interview. Do you want me to share it with everybody?
Yes, please.
I'm going to give you the Barbara Walters secret. She would take my cards. I will give them back, I promise,
You
because I
don't
know
have
this
to.
is like a lifeline for us. She would take my cards and be like, baby, you don't need your cards. Listen. I don't care what you prepared. The interview's better when you listen to what they say, because you never know where that interview is going to go.
Yeah.
Just listen. Forget what you prepared.
Yeah.
A lot of times the interview goes way better that way. So I'm going to take these from you. I'm kidding.
No, you can't. I mean, Ben and I are
I
a
don't even
producer's
use them.
nightmare. We are a producer's nightmare because we're
yeah.
like, thank you. And then we,
But that's actually great, because that's how people talk.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, you don't show up for coffee with someone and have 17 questions to ask them that you've
Right.
already prepared.
I mean, you're the extreme version of it, but I always talk to kids that are like in college. I'm like, don't worry, just go into the industry.
thing.
Just do it.
Do it, whatever.
Do the thing.
If even it's cooking, you want to be a florist, do it.
Yeah.
And you can't learn it from a book, but you had the
Can't.
ultimate crash. I mean,
It
you
was
were thrown to the wolves.
incredible.
I mean,
Thrown
that
to the
was,
wolves.
yeah. That
It was
it.
and live TV on top of it.
It was live TV. You were the youngest because the show was women of different generations. It's changed, obviously. It's seen a gazillion different iterations at this
right.
point. But you also, as the youngest person, it also landed you a gig on SNL.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know, if you guys lived in New York back then, it was like we were the biggest show.
Of course.
And SNL really caught on to it, SNL, the other show that was shooting here, and they would watch us every day, and those writers had the best time with us.
Yeah.
And they saw the massive age gap between myself and all the rest of the ladies. I was 17 years younger than even the youngest person on the show at that time, who was Star.
Yeah.
So they would always be talking about something very important and political and Saddam Hussein or this or that, and I'd be like, you guys, yesterday I was out with my friends, and then we went ahead.
I had froyo.
Yeah.
Hold on, we actually we have a clip in case you want to walk down memory lane.
I was at a Make Your Own Sunday party last weekend with Osama bin Laden, and sister friends, he only had two things to say: pass the sprinkles and kill that mouthy blonde. I hear that.
Oh my God, you guys, I am so sorry I'm late. I don't know what is going on around here today, but first I had a problem getting past security, and then for some reason the keys to my dressing room door wouldn't work.
People gave you so much props for this because you could laugh at yourself.
Yes.
You could,
Well, they had just, I like to say I was the first person voted off the island. They had just fired me, and then, the floodgates opened, and there were many more after. But they had just fired me, and I get a call of a lifetime from Lorne Michaels, the executive producer of SNL, and I'm like, am I being punked?
Yep.
He's like, would you like to come in and play yourself? Because we always spoof you every Saturday, and we're going to do it. And this week, you're going to be played by Bill Paxton, because he was the host. And he was like, either you're going to play yourself, or we're going to have a man dressed in drag.
Right.
And I said, I will be there. So I go into the writer's room with, by the way, it was led by Tina Fey and Jimmy Fallon at that time. It was like a dream come true. And they were so kind. And they said, listen, we want to make sure you're comfortable with this skit. We're going to write it together. So we got to work, we wrote it together, we did the rehearsals, and then we had that first show on Saturday, because they do 2 shows a night. And after the first show, you go into Lauren's dressing room or his office.
And he gives you notes?
And he gives you notes. And sometimes he cuts skits. Yeah. He's like, nope, that one won't go. And people are like shattered. They've been working all week.
Right.
He looked up from his glasses, and I still get chills thinking about this, with everyone in the room, and said, kid, you were born to do comedy.
Yeah.
And I literally
Amazing.
just was like, I don't care if I ever work again. That was the best compliment I've ever gotten.
And you started your stand-up career because of that.
Well, I did.
Those clubs.
There's still time.
Comedy Cellar, here I come, baby.
Comedy Cellar and the kitchen, because you have a cookbook. We're going to get into it right after the break. So let's not soil this dress. It's way too pretty.
We'll get the dogs back out.
More with Debbie Matenopoulos after the show. Greek-ish.
Greek-ish. I'm going to be cooking for everybody. Can you
Fantastic.
smell that?
I'm so good.